A few years ago, the movie Oh Brother Where Art Thou captivated audiences, surprisingly. The soundtrack to the movie went 8 times platinum, and the main song from the movie, Man of Constant Sorrows, has been voted one of the most influential songs of the decade. Why is that? I think it's because lyrics like, I am a man of constant sorrow, identify with people. It doesn't matter whether you grew up in the backwoods of Kentucky or you live in New York City, people identify with sorrow. Songs about sorrow, things that speak into people's pain. Because we all experience that. We all know what it means to be sorrowful. We all know what it means to go through pain, to grieve the loss of somebody, or just to have a bad day. And some of us, our bad days turn into bad weeks, which turn into bad months, which even can lead to bad years. But our culture doesn't really do sorrow well. We don't talk about our pains. We go see counselors, but we don't really talk about that much. We don't live into it. So when we do find something that speaks to that area of our lives, we hold on to it. And that's why Oh Brother Where Art Thou is so popular. People ask me all the time, why do you believe in God? More specifically, why do you believe in the Christian God? And my answer is, because no other God knows my pain. I believe in the Christian God because the Christian God became like me and experienced the things that I experience. He loves me so much that He wanted to be able to identify fully with who I am. To know what it means to be human. You see, one of the tenets of Christianity is that God came as Jesus, but stayed fully God and became fully man. And that's so important. Because that means that Jesus knows what it means to be like me. He experienced pain. Not just pain on the cross. Not just the pain that comes from sin. Yeah, all of that was heaped on Him there. But He knows what it means to be sorrowful. You know, Jesus knew the pain that comes from losing a loved one. He lost his father. He lost his best friend. He knew the sorrow of living life, of not being able to pay your bills. Jesus was a poor man who eventually had no home. Jesus knew what it was like to be rejected by people, and maybe even rejected by a girl growing up. Jesus knew what it was like to not be able to pay his bills. To have somebody chew him out over something, over his work. Jesus knew pain. Emotional pain, physical pain. I'm sure as a carpenter he banged his hand more than once. Jesus knows everything that I have gone through because He's gone through it too. And that is why I believe in this God. No other God can say, no other religion talks about a God loving me enough to become just like me so that He could identify with me. Now some people say when you're having a bad day, you're going through a season of life that's just hurtful and painful, and you're living into that, to just pray and God will make it all better. Now I know that my God can make everything right in an instant. But I think more often, God takes that journey with you when you pray. He empathizes with you because He's been there, and He helps walk you through those tough times. He doesn't just make them all vanish. And some people get frustrated by that and wonder why God allows them to go through painful situations, but it's through the pain that you become who you are. Pain and sorrow. It develops who we are as people. It forces us to grow. looking back on my life, some of the most painful situations were some of the most formative for me. I would not be who I am now if I had not gone through what I did then. And looking back now, I see how God walked me through that. And He can only walk me through that because He's been there. So if you are going through a tough time, if you've got burdens that are heaped on you, or maybe you've lost somebody, or you're stressed beyond belief, know that God not only loves you, but He empathizes with you. He's willing to walk with you through whatever it is, because He cares. And I hope you have a better day because of that. God bless.